Good evening, everybody. I'm Danny Finkleman, and this is Finkleman's 45s. For the next 2 hours, more of that wonderful music from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, especially for you. And as I check the hand-printed playlist here, I see we've got Fats Domino, the Dove Elves, the Four Seasons, Otis Redding, the Beatles will be here, a double shot of the Beatles. We've got the Everly Brothers, but to kick things off, here are the Exciters, number 4 from December of 1962, Tell Him. The Exciters and Tell Him from 1962. So remember when the word workshop used to mean something? We used to go to shops, grade 7, 8, and 9, shops, River Heights School, metal workshop, wood shops, electrical shops. And a workshop was a place where you built something, you made something useful, it was a workshop. Now the term workshop is applied to everything, and you can be guaranteed, folks, I can guarantee you this. If it's a workshop, you'll learn absolutely nothing there. In offices, we're going to have a workshop on customer care. You know, forget it. It'll be meaningless. There'll be no information, nothing that you can use. When you see advertised, film workshop. Oh, come on. What are they going to teach you in a theater workshop? You know, it's air. People will be acting. They'll show you how you act. You do read scenes. They'll suggest it. It's air. Why they've used workshop is because they've got no other way to describe it. So they're taking the old word that meant something and applying it to nothing. You know, management workshop. Right? Leadership workshop. Here are the Five Satins, number 24 from September of 1956, In the Still of the Night.
I held you, for me again. With all of your might in the still of the night. In the still of the night.
Freddie Paris, number 24 from September of 1956 in the Still of the Night. There's a classic that never was a major hit, never made it into the top 10. It was a true battle back then to make it into the top 10. Is there a top 10 today? I don't. There is a Billboard top 10, of singles. No one buys singles anymore. There's just too much stuff out there, folks. There might be great singles hidden somewhere, but there's just too much stuff. Getting back to the workshop, the question you may ask is, have I ever been to a workshop? Of course not. I would never attend a workshop. Never. I mean, I'm life and death to attend a seminar, only if my arm is twisted. Well, they have to twist me. They got to carry me into a seminar, but a workshop, which is voluntary, forget it. And I'll never attend one either. It's just that crowd, you know? Here, Danny and the Juniors, in number 1 from December of 1957, At the Hop.
You can roll it, do the stop and even stroll it at the hop. When the record starts spinning, you chill it, so when you're chicken at the hop. Do the dance sensations that are sweeping the nation at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Well, you can swing it, you can groove it, you can really start to move it at the hop. Where the jockey is the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. All the cats and the chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go! Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh, baby, let's go to the hop. Oh, baby, let's go to the hop. Come on, let's go to the hop. You can roll it, do the stop, and even scroll it at the hop. When the record stops spinning, you chill it, so when the chicken at the hop. Do the dance sensations that are sweeping the nation at the hop. You can swing it, you can groove it, you can really start to move it at the hop. When the jockey is the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. All the cats and the chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go! Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop.
Danny and the Juniors and At the Hop. I've just been away in Florida. I just took a winter vacation and had a very enjoyable time. I'm one of the firm believers that Florida is underrated. The west coast of Florida is underrated. But anyway, I was in a 7-Eleven store down there. Not that it makes any difference down there, but the guy in front of me in the line had, a bag of chips and some bottled water. He was spending the day on the beach. He had the bottled water. And the clerk said, "That's the best bottled water on the market." Talk talk about, first of all, look, you made a fabulous purchase there. You made a great investment decision. That's the best bottled water on the market you got there, son. You know? Oh, I'll tell you. That's the best Kleenex. That's the best tissue. You got the greatest, but that's the best bottled water. You telling me that? That's what the guy said. You bet it is. It's the best bottled water. I thought we were nuts. I mean, that's real. That's nutty. I don't know why I think it's. I just think it's nutty. Here's Sam Cooke in number 26 from November of 1958. Love You. This is a fabulous Sam Cooke tune that it's rarely played, but it will reach number 26 in 1958. It took me. I had to go through 15 Sam Cooke best of albums before I finally found one with this on it. Sam Cooke, Love You the Most of All.
You're my girl, you're so sweet, honey, you can't be beat. I love you most of all. I believe you can rock, you know, you're so fine, honey, you're mine, all mine, that's why I love you most of all. I love the way you move me when you walk. I love the way you thrill me when you talk. And ooh, baby, when you hold my hand, tell me pretty baby that you understand. When we walk down the street, all the fellas go ooh-wee. That's why I love you most of all. So sweet, honey, you can't be beat. I love you most of all. Oh, I believe you can rock, you know, you're so fine, honey, you're mine, all mine. That's why I love you most of all. Tell me, pretty baby, that you understand. When we walk down the street, all the fellas go, ooh-wee. That's why I love you most of all.
Love You the Most of All, Sam Cooke from 1958. We got a note here from Bob Knight from out on the West Coast, who listens to the show on a regular basis and writes me on a regular basis. He's got something here, the Wacky Warning Label Award contest. They've had this contest for 7 years in the States, and it's conducted by the Michigan Lawsuit Abuse Watch, MLaw, to reveal how lawsuits and fear of lawsuits force manufacturers to put these warnings on their products. You know, the price of a ladder, I think about 40% of it is insurance. So anyway, grand prize this past year went to, for the wackiest label, was awarded to a Robert Brocconi of Euclid, Ohio, for a warning he found on a bottle of drain cleaner which says, quote, "If you do not understand or cannot read all directions, cautions, and warnings, do not use this product." I love that one. Now, I just saw one in Florida, in the elevator, in the condo we were staying in. They just remodeled the inside of the elevator, folks, with beautiful stainless steel panels. And at the top of one of the panels, you know, carved, embossed, or whatever you say, you know, it's was part of the panel. It wasn't an afterthought. It was there. Now where I have it here somewhere. Caution. Okay, I copied this down. Now, this elevator is maybe, I kind of measured it as maybe 7.5 feet high. So I can touch the ceiling, but it's way too high for any 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, even a jump up. But the caution is, now they're recessed pot lights in this elevator on the ceiling. Caution, ceiling bulbs are extremely hot. It's warning you, adults, not to touch this. Put your hand up and touch the ceiling bulbs. It's the old silly liability thing again, right? They're just so worried. What adult is going to put his hand on these bulbs are lit 24 hours a day, going to put their hand on a hot ceiling bulb? What normal person is going to do that? What's the need for the warning? Well, I suppose the plaintiff bar in the States requires it. We have not reached that here in Canada. Maybe there should be a warning in this studio. This studio, a tall person in this studio, a 6'6" guy in this studio could touch the pot lights in the ceiling here. Where is the warning in this studio? Caution, ceiling bulbs are extremely hot. Be some CBC guy listening and say, we got to install that in every studio now. You never know. The Toronto Raptors may show up and something can go crazy. They can go crazy. Here are the Everly Brothers, number 2 from May of 1957. Bye Bye Love.
There goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy, I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye from romance, that might have been. Bye bye love, bye bye happiness. I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye love, bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye bye my love, goodbye. I'm through with romance, I'm through with love, I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye bye love, bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye love, bye bye sweet caress. I feel like I could die. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Bye bye my love, goodbye.
The Everly Brothers and Bye Bye Love. The weathermen, the people on the weather networks and your local radio or TV weather people, we get storm warnings here, folks. 4 centimeters. There's going to be 4 centimeters tonight. Storm warning. Now, let's get real about this. Let's call it a storm warning when it's really a storm and there's going to be a lot of snow. 97 centimeters of snow. Now that, or 50 centimeters of snow, that's a snowfall. Okay? This 4 centimeters storm warning. or thunderstorms. Be very. They're in the fear-mongering business. It's all anxiety creation. They got to sell soap. Sunny and Bright, or don't worry about it, it's nothing, doesn't sell soap. It just doesn't. How many centimeters to the inch? 4? Something like that? No, 2.5. I'm working on it, folks. How many years has it been since we've had metric? 30 years now? 2.5 centimeters to the inch. And they're saying storm warning 4 centimeters. So that's less than 2 inches. Barbara Lewis up next, number 11 from June of 1965. Baby, I'm Yours.
Baby, I'm yours, and I'll be yours until the stars fall from the sky. Yours until the rivers all run dry. In other words, until I die. Baby, I'm yours, and I'll be yours until the sun no longer shines. Yours until the poets run out of rhyme. In other words, until the end of time. I'm gonna stay right here by your side. Do my best to keep you satisfied. Nothing in the world can drive me away, 'cause every day you hear me say, baby, I'm yours, and I'll be yours until 2 and 2 is 3. Yours until the mountain crumbles to the sea. In other words, until eternity. Baby, I'm yours till the stars fall from the sky. Baby, I'm yours till the rivers all run dry. Baby, I'm yours till the poets run out of rhyme.
Barbara Lewis and Baby, I'm Yours from 1965. Folks, when you walk into a restaurant, and I don't care how casual it is or what, but if they're benches, if they're not chairs, if there's a bench with no back on it, I'm not willing to spend more than $6. If I don't have a nice comfortable chair, or at least a chair with a back on it, booths are nice, a nice comfortable chair should be available, but if I'm sitting on a bench someplace, forget the $13 entree. In Florida, we went into a place, and I'm sitting on a bench, and I'm saying, this is wrong. Even for $8, it's too much to have to sit up for the whole meal. It's the bleachers. You should be paying bleacher prices. It should be, you know what they should have in a restaurant? It should be mandatory on the menu. Bleachers. So before you walk in, ambience is so important in these restaurants. Not to me, but I don't care what the shade of the curtains are. Just make sure chairs or booths, no benches. All right, as promised, folks, if you didn't have a pencil last time, for the Danny Finkleman retirement party and Doug Riley 14-piece soul review, here are the dates and the numbers. Kingston, April the 18th, a Monday night at the Grand Theater, 613 530-2050 for tickets. The next night, April the 19th, the Tuesday night in Ottawa, Centrepoint Theatre, 613-580-2700 for tickets. And in Toronto, on the Friday night, April 22nd at Massey Hall, you call 416-872-4255 for tickets. That's one play. You call Massey Hall for those tickets. And you can also call Ticketmaster, 416-870-8000. We hope to see you there. I can promise you a great musical night. But anyway, let's listen to Roy Kenner and Matty Willis. This goes back to, I think, 1999. Here they are with It's Gonna Work Out Fine.
Yes, Matty. Yeah, that was my plan from the very beginning.
Darling, never thought that this could be.
Whatever do you
You're setting my soul on fire. You could be my one desire, darling. Yeah. Think it's gonna work out fine. It's gonna work out fine. Let me tell you something, Rosie. And to see the preacher man.
The preacher man? You must be joking.
Started
Started what?
making wedding plans.
Oh, really?
Well, your love is a half-past true. It's a love I offer you, oh, darling. Yeah. I think it's gonna work out fine. It's gonna work out fine. I keep on telling you, I think it's gonna work out fine.
You go, man.
It's gonna work out.
Remember what?
Used to call you back the day.
Yes, those were the good old things.
Ooh, the thriller.
Yeah, the killer,
Never
honey.
really loved him, man.
That's me.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of girls used to be your speed, but now, pretty daddy, I'm all you need, oh, darling. I think it's gonna work out fine. It's gonna work out fine. I keep on telling you, I think it's gonna work out fine. It's gonna work out fine. It's gonna work out Ooh, it's gonna work It's gonna work
Roy Kenner, Matty Willis, and I think it's going to work out fine. That's from the first Finkleman's 45s, the Doug Riley Sessions, live from the Montreal Bistro. And you should be able to pick it up in record shops or order it through a record shop. And if not, you can dial the 1-800-955-7711. That's 1-800-955-7711. That's the CBC Boutique or the CBC Store. And you got to have your credit card available. And, of course, there are those miserable shipping and handling charges. I'm really a great salesman for this, aren't I? And then there's even though that was a duet, that was the only duet on that CD, there is a second duet. That's a compilation of from the first three evenings at the Montreal Bistro in 98, 99, and 2000. And in 2001, we put out a CD just from that one night. They were all duets, and that's available. That's Volume 2. Same deal, Finkleman's 45, the Doug Riley Sessions, live from the Montreal Bistro, Volume 2. So, up next, the Beatles. I was thinking, when you listen to the music today and you just don't hear many good melodies. They're just, or is it me? Am I just out of the picture? I'm thinking about clever, catchy melodies. Melodies that you can hum, melodies that are pleasing to the ear, right? Simple melodies and kind of clever chord structures. Am I getting too deep? I'm getting too deep for me. I'm certainly getting too deep for me here. Anyway, the Beatles could write music, so there was that kind of crystallized. They were extremely popular, but they also had not only musical ability but writing ability. Here are two examples, and the early Beatles only. I think once they got, everybody said, "Oh, they got to Dr. Pepper, it gets more interesting." I thought it became less interesting because it wasn't simple anymore. Here are the Beatles, two tunes, one a slow one and then one a faster one from the early years. First, number 12 from July of 1964, And I Love Her, followed by number 1 from June of 1966, Paperback Writer. This is your quintessential, or maybe just your essential, or your best Beatles. The Beatles and Paperback Writer from 1966, and we started the little two-tune set there with the Beatles and I Love Her from 1964. Simple melodies, appealing harmonies. That's my definition of popular music. Yeah. Now it's all decibel level and performance. And nothing that I ever hear sticks in my mind. Even when I sometimes hear this stuff, I don't say, that's good, that's nice. I remember listening to in the 10th or 11th grade, we'd be sitting doing our homework and listening to, CKY in Winnipeg or CKRC, and the next morning someone would say, did you hear that tune by the Monotone? There was that great tune last night we heard for the first time. Because kids, we all have some taste, and we'd all say, yeah, we heard that. Wasn't that a great tune? There was consensus. It wasn't forced down our throats, and there was something. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know that I can remember moments when we'd come into the school in the morning and someone said, "Did you hear that song?" Yeah, that was great. That was new. That was, and that wasn't every new tune, but so there's an innate taste, in the public, or at least, and it was allowed to express itself back then. Now I hear there are great rappers and not so great rappers, and great hip-hoppers and not so great hip-hoppers. I don't know. Here's Otis Redding, number 1. I was looking at Otis Redding's catalog of tunes. He just had the one tune that made it. I don't think he had any other song that on the charts got above about the 30th or 35th or 40th position. This was the only one. Here's Otis Redding, a number 1 from January of 1968, Dock of the Bay. Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay. You know, you go into a restaurant, you order an appetizer, and you expect the appetizer to be there. The appetizer's purpose, its function, is to tide you over till you get to the main course. It's getting you ready. It's getting you whetting your appetite, and it's taking care of, the saliva glands until you get to the main course. But if the appetizer doesn't arrive for 10 or 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes later you get the main course, I just say, I wish I had the guts. And a friend of mine has said, take it back. Credit my account. Strike it from the bill. Strike it from the chit. Get it out of here. Appetizers have to arrive quickly. An appetizer that doesn't arrive quickly, send it back. I don't have the courage to do it, but I was saying, and this woman said, I send them back always. If they arrive too late, send it back. Main course is coming. I don't want it. I don't want to wait 15 minutes for an appetizer. And I think I'm right, and this person had more courage than I do. I never would send food back. I'm worried about sending food back. I don't know what they're going to... If I say that... Except once. I sent seared tuna back once, because the seared tuna basically was... I didn't order sushi. I ordered cooked fish. Please continue to cook it. That was the only time I did it. I think sometimes when they come up with these ideas, like searing tuna, it was basically raw inside, it's because these chefs are bored. Now, I don't go out to many fancy meals, folks. I might sound like I only have 4 taste buds left, so it really doesn't matter what I eat. Everything in the end tastes like chicken. So, but that was the only time I did it. But I never send food. It doesn't matter that much. And, you never know what they're going to do to the food if he sent that back. Well, put this in it and that. Here are the Four Seasons, number 9 from September of 1966. I've got you under my skin. The Four Seasons, and I've got you under my skin. Now to wrap up the hour, here's Sonny Till and the Orioles and Crying in the Chapel.
You saw me crying in the chapel. The tears I shed were tears of joy. I know the meaning of contentment. I am happy with the Lord. Just a plain and simple chapel where all good people go to pray. I prayed the Lord that I'll grow stronger as I live from day to day. I searched and I searched, but I couldn't find no way on earth to find peace of mind. Now I'm happy in the chapel where people are of one accord. Yes, we gather in the chapel just to sing and praise the Lord. You'll search and you'll search, but you'll never find no way on earth to find peace of mind. Take your troubles to the chapel. Get down on your knees and pray. Then your burdens will be lighter, and you'll surely find a way.
Sonny Till, the Orioles, and Crying in the Chapel, and that does it for Hour 1 of Finkleman's 45s. I'll be back with more after the news.